Testing went so horribly with the new King Gambit that I almost reached the 1200s of Master League. Now, the deck isn't bad, I just had game after game where I prized everything meaningful while starting an unplayable foot. Maybe I'll revisit it again in the future, but like Ross from Friends, I had to pivot. Enter Medicham. It seems unassuming at first, dealing just 150 damage for one fighting. That would be okay, except you also need to have exactly 7 cards in your hand. Thankfully, we have Lunatone and Solrock, Serendipity, and a Dunsparce along with your supporters to fill your hand. As for the semi-weak attack, Brave Bangle ups it to 180. Then Premium Power Pro can put you well over 200. Add in Legacy Energy to buy yourself an extra turn, you have a really strong road deck that one-shots Serendipity, Mega Kangaskhan, and most other basic 2-prizers. I will admit that I once paid for the win to make a custom video where he dressed up in a Medicham costume and crushed a watermelon between his thighs. Also, this gets better post-rotation. Tarragon is an improvement over Lana's Aid, making Baby Ursaluna even stronger. And Meowth EX will be everywhere, basically giving up 2 free prizes. For now, though, it's a viable road deck that will destroy any mid-range deck. If you're up against something crazy like Baxcalibur Alakazam EX, though, which I did face at the bottom of the 1300s, well, at least you can say you've seen something you've never seen before. So this is weird. I faced this opponent 5 seconds ago, and they were playing a different deck, and then we get here, and they've switched. They were playing an Evolution deck that I absolutely clapped their cheeks. If we just get it a Dunsparce, we win this game because we one-shot a Mega Kangaskhan. How the hell did we get nothing? How did we get literally nothing off of that? All right, well, I have to go retreat into a Meditite and then use Collect to draw 1 card. Okay, well, there we go. That's a Dunsparce. So we're going to have to rely on some cards here, but that's kind of crazy. They're going to run some errands. So yeah, Corrosive Liquid is a Megaton Blower. Discard all tools and special energy from all of your opponent's Pokemon. That's kind of an insane attack. They're playing Friends in Paldea. And then Pernicious Poison is their poison, put 16 damage counters. Oh my god, we have to win this game. Thank you for the lilies. Oh my goodness, this was going to be insane if we didn't win this game, but they're just feeding me things that are weak to fighting. But Pernicious Poison on the Mega Dragalogy is really good because there's Roxy's Performance, which prevents retreating. So that's really strong. All right, so we're taking the knockout here. I will talk about more about Mega Dragalogy in a future video when it's officially announced, because maybe the Skrelp has something about it. And there we go. We just knock out the Mega Kangaskhan. This is why I was excited to play Medicham over King Gambit. Is because if we face Mega Kangaskhan all day and they put a Serendipity into play for whatever reason, that's basically 5 of our 6 prizes mapped out. And I can knock out a Dreepy, I can knock out a Charmander, I can knock out a Gimme Duel. How will Dragalogy affect Regidrago stocks in Expanded? Not well. But the fact that Pernicious Poison is just a Crispin, right? It's not like it's water, dark, colorless. It's just, hey, Crispin. Is pretty good. So I do see this card depending how the meta shapes up, because remember, we're getting type specific special energy for every single type. So Corrosive Liquid could be kind of insane, especially against decks that have, oh my god, this is embarrassing. This is awesome. This is awesomely embarrassing. Okay, so let's go, I think, yeah, we'll go Poké Pad for a Dudunsparce. But if they evolve, that breaks the poison. Yeah, I guess we go Air Balloon. Am I at 7 yet? There we go. Yeah, they've used 2 Friends in Paldea. Those are the only cards they've played. And then there we go. We got the bosses. This is literally everything the deck wants to do. FM boss? Well, the fact that Mega Greninja perfectly lines up with the leaks shows that this is confirmed. So, yeah, Perilous Jungle will make this better, so it makes Perilous Jungle slightly better. I think that's an extra 2 or 3 with Perilous Jungle. I always forget. And Zenith, it might rotate, or I can't remember if it's Burn or Poison, but yeah, I think we do. And then Corrosive Liquid is a Megaton Blower, so I do see this becoming playable. It's just a matter of, you know, who does it pair with? Because Pernicious Poison... There is the new Bubble Water Energy, which prevents status conditions, which I poo-pooed in the preview video because it's like, oh my god, that's it. But don't forget that Festival Grounds prevents status conditions as well. Oh, they think they can buy themselves a turn. Oh, you think you're safe? You think you're safe for me? No friends in Paldea can save you now, buddy. Unless you're playing an unfair stamp, then I have all my Dudunsparce. There's no friends anywhere. No friends in Paldea, no friends in Sinnoh, no friends in Galar. No one can save you, because when my deck pops off, you want to put your head between those thighs and just get squeezed like a watermelon. And no, I can't knock out Megazard, which is kind of unfortunate. But you know who we can one-shot? Anything weak to fighting. And you know, fighting is a really good weakness to hit for. Let's go Premium Power Pro. That's 360, baby. I mean, that's pretty good. You face a Mega Kangaskhan deck with this, you're gonna win. If you face anything but Dragapult or a spread deck, and YouTube audience, you won't see this, but I played a game against Hydreigon Sharpedo. Yes, don't talk about it. They happened to mill my Shaymin, my Legacy Energy, and an Iono when I needed all three of those cards. But if you don't face that, this deck's actually pretty good. Well, this isn't good. All right, well, I guess we go Fighting Gong. I should probably get a Meditite, because I can knock out the Zacian. It's just they're probably going to knock out my Solrock, which is really bad. All right, so Legacy Energy goes there. I'm going to Lunar Cycle while I still can. Dunsparce goes down, and then I think I just hold the hand because I don't want to give them an Artazon, depending on what they're playing. I don't want to give them Artazon, which will just get bumped by Postwick. And did I see the patch notes? Did I see the patch notes? Do you think I saw the patch notes? It's a very disappointing patch. It's basically, hey, we're fixing the bug that we added with the latest update where you can have 5 copies of a Mega Attack Rare. So the first part of the update is we're adding a bunch of stuff on March 5th, the pre-rotation trainer trial, and you're getting a free deck and some cosmetics, which is nice, but I mean, that's like they're giving us the patch 2 weeks ahead of time. And then in terms of fixes, it's basically just, hey, we remember how we screwed up how you can have 5 copies of a card? Well, we're also fixing that. And then just a couple other stupid things. Okay, so they're going for the Meditite. While I wasn't paying attention, they got Boss's Orders, Postwick, and Snorlax. But they don't get to take a prize because they can suck my butt. Okay, so they're going to slowly build up the damage on Lunatone, which is bad for us. That's a Poffin, which is good for us. I think in this situation, I just go hard on the Dunsparce. And yeah, we'll put the Postwick, or sorry, we'll bump the Postwick, go for this. I think I get Meditite. We go Fighting Dong. And, I mean, I could Bosses the Wooloo. But I feel like they probably don't have a good hand. So, like, maybe I Bosses the Snorlax. But I also kind of just want to put damage on the active and draw a ton of cards. All right, so we go Retreat into the Solrock. I will Brave Bangle the Solrock in case they get cute again. And I think we Lunatone one more time. I know I'm being a little bit greedy here. But, you know, we can Cosmic Beam. I can knock out a Zacian with an Ursaluna if I need to. But I'm perfectly set up for next turn, and we also have the Shaymin. So it's going to be a little rough going forward. I'm probably going to be down to like 1 Dunsparce. But I'm banking on the fact that they don't have a playable hand. You know, if they have Poké Pad for double, they'll probably go for the Meditite again, but they don't got it. And they're going to start building up more damage on Lunatone when it's too late. Oh, they also... I forgot that Solrock is just goated like that. I forgot that Solrock is just insane like that. All right, so let's go get the Dunsparce. I'm going to put the Shaymin down because I don't want to take any chances right now. So we pop the Dunsparce, ruin their life like it's my ex-wife, and then we just win. That simple. Shaymin goes down. We Lilies for 8, and then we take the knockout. So this is realistically just a Solrock deck at this point. And oh my god, we have everything. See, when this deck pops off, it's insane. When you can pop off with this deck, you're like Minoru Mineta. You're just popping off until your scalp bleeds. All right, so they're probably going to get the Cramorant. They're probably not going to get the Cramorant. I think if they had the Cramorant, they would have gone for Dunsparce and then Artazon. No, the Medicham is definitely here for later on in the game, because remember, Solrock doesn't hit for weakness. It's also not affected by resistance, but it doesn't hit for weakness. And so this guy, you know, helps clean things up. But it's more or less, this guy can one-shot Fezandipity very easily. It one-shots Fezandipity and Mega Kangaskhan, which are two heavily played cards. And then when Meowth EX comes out in just over a month, that's another card that's heavily played that gets one-shot by this guy. So it's sort of like a fighting type Hops Trevenant, where it's like, it's a really good card that attacks for like 1 energy or even less. And there's the Lunatone. Actually, that's fine. I'm kind of done with Lunatone. But it's just being able to play a single prize fighting deck is going to be really great post-rotation. Because you hit three of the most played cards for weakness. Obviously, it's going to be a little rough against Dragapult, but that's fine. Okay, so in this situation, I think we try to knock out the active, because let's go for it, right? Let's put the Dunsparce in the active. I'm going to try and knock out their active here. That is my goal in life, is to just knock out the active. So we're going to Artazon for a Lunatone. Yeah, I also have the Ursaluna. So this is like, if you hit somebody for 70 with Solrock, then you can clean them up later with Ursaluna. It's just a really good card. And yes, I understand there's an Ursaluna deck that's also really, really good. Okay, so step 1, I think we go Runaway Draw first. See what we get. There's a Premium Power Pro. And that'll go there. Okay, so attach to you. Play with our PP. And yeah, you know what? I'm so confident that we're going to get it. I'm just going to go for everything. I'm just going for broke here. I don't care. I'm getting it. Okay, I have to remember that I need to do some things there. I have to remember that I do need to do some things there. But we will be fine. Okay, so I want I want the Air Balloon there. And then we go Lilies. Because I'm not too far away. Oh, crap. All right, we're going to flip the script. Crap. Okay, can I get a couple PPs here? I think that's 210. I think we're 1 short. Okay, so I have to play with my rod. We got to go 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Crap. Okay, so we'll go Fighting Gong, waste it. Poké Pad, waste it. And then 7th kick for not enough. If I just put the stupid Brave Bangle on the Medicham, well, then we wouldn't have knocked out the previous Zacian. So maybe 3 Brave Bangle over 2 is the way to go, or just, you know, believe in the heart of the cards a little bit more. You know, don't pull a pilot and not believe in the heart of the cards. But the Shaymin is definitely going to save us here, because they would have eventually built up enough damage on the Lunatone or, you know, the Solrock to take a knockout in the background. Not that it really matters, because I had Legacy Energy, and I'm just, you know, that good at Pokemon cards. And, you know, we got all the bosses in the world. So the Solrock's taking a knockout. Oh my god, they still... That's kind of... I feel bad for them. You know, I do kind of feel bad for them, but also not really, because, you know, I showed you how to play the best Hops deck, and it's not my fault you didn't listen. All right, so they're out of Cramorant range. Yeah, see, you got to believe in the heart of the cards. I'm out here destroying everything in the 1300s with this deck. But YouTube audience, don't let... Oh, we prize it. This is why you should always check your prizes. This is why I always tell people, always check your prizes. You know, only nerds don't check their prizes. But don't let the fact that I'm in the 1300s deter you from this deck. It is a very highly playable, you know, road deck that attacks for a single energy. You know, it's not as good as Alakazam. It's not as good as Hops Trevenant. It's not as good as landing your ass on something. Okay, so we don't really need to do anything. I just kind of already win. He was, I say, not as exactly. All right, so we have Solrock. We have the Fez. So I think I just put the Solrock down. Let's attach to you. Let's Iono, because I don't like your face. And, you know, hopefully I didn't just screw myself because I just sent all my bosses to the bottom of the deck and they're probably going to attack with a Zacian. And so we had everything. We literally had everything to win the game in the deck. PDC Jill just said, nah, bro, I don't like you. I don't like you either. All right, so yeah, let's go Cosmic Beam. And I do have the EX or Saluna in the deck. It's just I don't think I have a way to find it. You know, you just kind of have to draw into it. But with the deck drawing so many cards, it's like, do I really need to play Nest Ball or Ultra Ball to find, you know, a card that I'm going to be able to find? Right, you have a 3/3 to Dunsparce, you have Lunatone Solrock, you have Fezandipity, you have so many ways to draw cards that I don't think you need to worry too much. And I will shuffle the deck with Buddy-Buddy Poffin because we know that the bosses are on the bottom of the deck. And if you check the description of the Mega Halucha video, I did include all the codes, the EUIC 26 Ascended Heroes 26, get ready EUIC 26. Those codes, I believe, are valid until March 27th and March 26th. FM Boss, I almost made it to the 1600s with Hops Trevenant, right? Wasn't that the deck that almost made it to the 1600s? The fact that they're not attacking with Zacian is very strange to me. They should definitely be attacking with Zacian, because I can obviously just knock this out very easily. And they don't have a way to gust me. But if you ever wondered, hey, what are the 1300s of Master League like? Well, instead of playing King Gambit for 2 hours trying to make it work, you can just watch Trust Your Pilot. So they gave me all the things. I don't need bosses. I just have to count to 7. I just have to count on 1 foot to 7. Boom. There you go. Easy claps. If anything, oh yeah, of course. The one card that would have won us this game. So if that was a close game where I had to knock out the Zacian for game because they, you know, were able to put a Zacian in the action and I couldn't one-shot it, guess what card we saved for the last prize? What Bill's Mafia doesn't understand is that when we played 10 seconds ago, I didn't have a playable hand. Now that I do have a playable hand, they are big screwed. Okay, so let's go. I mean, they're probably knocking out my active because we know what they're playing. So let's just get, we'll Brave Bangle that into the hand. And then I think I just Iono. You know, the youngster, I just wanted to include it just because it's kind of like a meme at this point that I play with youngsters. All right, we have everything. We just kind of need to get everything. Okay. So what do I do here? Do I take the 70 or do I try to draw some more cards? Because my bench is protected. I think we just draw more cards because the 70 doesn't really matter. I'd rather just get more set up than I already am. Well, we didn't do that. Well, you know how I said we were going to get more set up than I already am? We did not actually do that. And now I need to play with my PP twice if I want to knock out that Ogerpon next turn. So yes, I should have just hit into them for 70 and then made 7th kick really good. Why does that Medicham look sus? Because it wants a watermelon. It's looking for a watermelon. It's like, hey, that Aggron's head's looking real squishy. Oh, what the hell? Wait, they switched decks? Did they switch decks? They were playing an Ogerpon box deck with the Teal Mask Ogerpon. Now they're playing Blastoise, Baxcalibur, Ogerpon. What the hell is happening? Okay, well, we're going to be doing 70 in a 65 zone. So let's... I guess technically I should just Brave Bangle because, you know, they might be able to do the thing. Oh, De-Evolution's going to go so hard in this matchup. Am I playing? No, Zeus, I'm not that predictable, okay? I'm not that predictable, am I? And also, we just got 5 supporters. So they have to knock out my Solrock this turn. I have Medicham who will knock out the Ogerpon. The problem is going to be the Blastoise. The Blastoise is going to be a big problem. Luckily, oh, okay, didn't know that happens when you click on a card and they evolve. Is because I think Blastoise has 330, so it has 430 and takes 30 less from attacks. So it basically has 460 hit points. And they didn't get an energy, so we win the game. If I get one more premium power pro, oh my god. Are you kidding me with this? All right, so we'll go Brave Bangle. Oh, we already have it. We already have it. Yeah, your Wellspring Master Ogerpon's getting knocked out, buddy. Sorry to say, bud. All right, let's go for... Let's get a Riolu up and running. Right? Let's get a Riolu, then we'll Lilies. I know I got rid of all my youngsters, but that's fine. Because it seems like they're having my luck now. You know, I used to have bad luck, and now they're having my luck. Let's go get a Medicham. We got a Medicham. And I think in this situation, we Lunar Cycle. We got the experience share, which is perfect, because I was thinking, oh, I might want to put an energy on the Riolu so I have a Mighty Lucario play later. But if I could get the experience share, then I don't have to worry about that, because they take a knockout on the Solrock, the experience share puts the energy on the Riolu, and everything's great. And Ja, well, hey, did everyone see my tweet today that got way more likes than I expected? Like, it's not a lot, like, compared to some of the other tweets I've sent out, but let me just put it on screen so you can all bask in its glory. Okay, well, this is bad. But if they don't get a Bax Caliber and 2 energy, they're not attacking. So if you've seen the tweet, press 1. If not, you're in for a treat here. I guess I knew. Oh, geez. Okay, so I'll leave that up there while I do nothing of importance on my turn. All right, let's go for an air balloon. So yeah, just appreciate how much work I put into my tweets for all of you. I do a great job, don't I? It's like I care about all of you, and you don't appreciate me as much as you should. Hey, it's a funny tweet, okay? Like, literally, we need you to make a Meowstic card. All right, I'm on it. And what do you mean digital footprint? I don't, you know I don't use my real name. Okay, so, I mean, this card's called Twin Cannons. Come on. Come on, the card's literally called Twin Cannons. Okay, so we go, that goes there. Blastoise EX is kind of fine. You know, I'll play it before it rotates, but, you know, it's a little disappointing. Okay, so we can just hit into the Blastoise and then set up de-evolution. As long as I don't do anything, we have a decent attack here. So yeah, I can't really do anything. I literally can't do anything this turn. We just have to hit into them, 7th kick, and then de-evolution, because the Wartortle has 200 hit points, so the de-evolution deals with them, though I should just be able to knock out the Blastoise. And Leah, that is actually really good. And bid you good day? True. Okay, the boss is on the Riolu. Oh, they're going for the Riolu. I think they know what the Riolu is trying to do, but, I mean, they're leaving the Medicham alive. Right? Oh, I can just knock out their Wellspring Mask. Yeah, Leah, that was better than anything Clamburglar's ever done. There's a Fez. I think it's worth it to risk the Fez. So we go Super Rod. Let's put Solrock 2 energy, because we should have another Riolu in the deck. I probably should have checked for that, but hey, who cares, right? Who cares about stuff like that? And then we have a Riolu. We go Retreat. Wait, how many cards can I play? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can play 1 card. And I'm doing 180. And there's no way I can get another card. So I think in this situation, we just Premium Power Pro. Or do I go get an energy? Actually, I think we get an energy and prep the Riolu. I think that makes a lot more sense. Just prep the Riolu. Because I can't do 210 because they're taking 30 less. I would do 210 if there wasn't an ability. But we're doing 150. So if I had 2 Premium Power Pro... FM Boss, that's terrible. I think you need to sit in the corner and have a timeout. And no, I don't have Maximum Belt, but the problem is Blastoise's ability. Nick, very easy. You just put it in there. Is it easy to fit in there? Yeah, it's like fitting foot in your mouth. It's that easy. All right, they're going to launch their twin cannons. PDC jail broke for a second. That's cool. All right, so they took nothing. They have 60 hit points left. I can't risk putting Lucario. Because if I put Lucario into play, then we're well, I can put this Lucario into play. It's the other Lucario that's a problem. All right, well, let us... you know, I think I take the knockout with this Riolu. Right, because I can knock out a Wellspring Mask Ogerpon or a Chen-Pao very easily. So I think in this situation, we just go Air Balloon there. And then Solrock... Actually, probably... No, Solrock down so we can draw more cards if we need to. Iono. I'm going to Avenging Knuckle. Is Blastoise actually good? It's playable. Is it good? That remains to be seen, but it is definitely playable. All right, these are absolutely cards that exist. We're going to go Avenging Knuckle. I attach to you. And yeah, we just take 2 prizes and hope they don't have an Iono, but they really don't have much going on. Right, especially with the Shaymin in play. But Blastoise EX, I've seen it pop up, you know, like every once in a while it does something in Japan because it is fairly consistent. Right? Just 280 damage for 2 energy, discard 2 energy from your hand. It essentially has 360 hit points on a 2-prizer. It's just the fact that it has a damage cap, whereas like Charizard EX can get it up pretty high. But like you use Neo Upper Energy, you use Power Glass, you know, Baxcalibur. There's lots of ways to make it work. So, like, yeah, it's fine. You know, it's better than Venusaur EX, which I couldn't even tell you. I can't even tell you what the regular Venusaur EX does. I think isn't it 150 and poisons and sleep or something? Oh, no, it's confuse and poison. And then you can heal a little bit. But before we get to all that, let me just win this game real quick. Sorry, excuse me while I just win this game real quick. Oh, we're going for it. We are going for it. We're going all the way tonight. Wait, just hang on. Just bear with me. Okay, we got a de-evolution, which we don't need. How many Premium Power Pros? We can do it. Just bear with me for a second. Get it? Just bear with me. Okay, so Poké Pad. I forgot I didn't put a Riolu in the deck. That's okay. We have a Meditite. No, the reason this deck has won so much is because... Yeah, we don't need that. Is because I was in the bottom of the 1300s. That's why. It has nothing to do with anything else. It's just I was in the bottom of the 1300s. So we get that. We attach to the Meditite. And... yeah, I think we Lillie's here. Because all I need to do is just draw my entire... Oh, God. And draw my entire deck and we win the game. And we're drawing 6 more cards. So we just need 1 more Premium Power Pro. Uh-oh. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Hang on. I think if I thin the deck... Because we just need the 1 more... We got this. We got this. I'm choosing to believe in the heart of the cards here. We got this. We're going to get playable cards. We did not get this. And I actually lose the game now. Isn't that great? I just lose the game now. We have to go for a gentle slap. We have to go for a gentle slappening. Because if you remember, Medicham, you have to have 7 cards in your hand, and every card except for the Super Rod was unplayable. So that was fun. That was really fun, you know? And the Mega Lucario has done nothing. But didn't I say I'd put Venusaur on screen? Oh, don't look at that. If you're just tuning in, don't look at that. That's for my private folder. Wait, where'd the Venusaur go? There it is. So yeah, this is the Venusaur Dangerous Tox Whip. Confused and poisoned for 3 energy. They're Hail Bladen. Go straight to Hail. And I do win now because I'm the GOAT. I am the GOAT of PDCGL. Actually, can I get down to 7? There's a Lillie's. That's a little concerning. Can I get it down to 7? So if I attach... So wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... I think I can do it. I think I can do it. We go Solrock down, Super Rod, put in Riolu, Energy, whatever. No, because I have to bosses the damaged one, right? And then we go this guy, and then I attach the energy, and that's 7th Heaven. We are in 7th Heaven, everybody. I am that good at this game. We did perfect knockout. We prized 2 energy, and I won this game. We didn't even use Mega Lucario. You know, we were just having fun that entire game. It was straight vibes. This deck, as I said off the top, this is a very playable road deck that can, you know, get blasted by some twin cannons and visit 7th Heaven. I absolutely have this. We absolutely are winning this game. They don't know what's about to hit them. It's actually going to be my hand on their backside. Okay, we didn't prize 2 Lunatone and a Solrock like we did earlier. Yes, that is something that has happened to me, and no, it's not fun. The question is, do I attach to the active? And I think the answer is yes. We put an experience share on the Riolu, because that is what a smart person does. I'm going to take a wild guess and say that this is the good old Kangaskhan, Monkey Dory, Precious Trolley turn 1 in a Turbo Energized deck. But we were just talking about post-rotation decks. Oh, they just got the raw trolley. You always love it when they don't have to work for it and they just slap it in raw. The top 10 decks are always changing, and this is just a snapshot of the top 4 from the first week of February. Oh, it's not Kangaskhan. It is a deck that's not weak to fighting, which is really bad for us, and I am not happy because Mega Absol is weak to grass and not fighting. But we do have Mega Lucario. I can knock out their Monkey Dory, but this just got a lot more difficult because it's not Kangaskhan. Yeah, Dragapult is just going to be everywhere. Lucario is going to be everywhere. Grimmsnarl is basically taking Megastarmie's place, but I was right when I said Megastarmie kind of feels like a fraudulent deck, where it's just like, hey, people, it's a brand new card, shiny object, people wanted to try it. The Bravery Charm does not protect them here. Are you kidding me? They get the raw trolley, they get the Turbo Energized, they get the energy, they have Bravery Charm because I gave them a town store. But Honchkrow is good. You just have to get a turn 1 Proton. If you get a turn 1 Proton in Honchkrow, the deck pretty much runs itself. Lucario barely bricks. Dragapult loses Countercatcher and Iono, but even with that, it's still a, you know, top 1 deck. It's still a 1 of 1, which is crazy. Okay, so how do we win this one? If I go get an Air Balloon, we can maybe knock out the Monkey Dory. The Devolution is useless. I think I should try to knock out the Monkey Dory if I can. And hitting into it, I think, is just a bad idea. That being said, if I evolve into Mega Lucario, I can maybe make some things happen. Yeah, the Honchkrow in the B tier is the one that I showed off in the video with Porygon, because you need Porygon as a backup attacker. Wow, we got nothing. I didn't even get like a single playable card here. This is kind of crazy. Okay, so let's go Poké Pad for Medicham. Oh, geez. Yeah, what do I do here? Do I just Ultra Ball for another Riolu or another Medicham? Because we have the... Actually, no, I don't want to get Fez. But then again, they would go on odd prizes. So maybe I do get the Fez and just hope they don't have bosses. But of course, they'll have bosses. Huh. Interesting. Interesting, because I'm definitely not hitting into them. The question is, do I want to let the Meditite get knocked out? I think we just end turn and then hope they take the bait. And they knock out the Solrock, and then they power up my Mega Lucario, and then I can make a bunch of things happen. Mist Energy doesn't matter on this guy. Claw of Darkness is a bit annoying if they use it, but, I mean, what can they get rid of? They get rid of the Fez? Oh, no. I have a Lillie's for 8. But is Mega Diancie the only decent Psychic deck? I mean, Steven's Metagross is fine. But I think just Lillie's Clefairy, right? The thing you're not seeing with the Mega Diancie is that Lillie's Clefairy is a big part of that deck. And the only reason Mega Diancie is doing well is because the top 2 decks are weak to Psychic. So what you're not seeing with Mega Diancie is that Lillie's Clefairy's in there. Nick, probably like a deck with 4 Crushing Hammer and 4 Enhanced Hammer. So this is fine. Yeah, they wanted to use Claw of Darkness, but joke's on them because I'm 2 Premium Power Pro away from winning the game, and I'm going to draw about 17 cards this turn. Kangstall, that's true. Loki, it's because it has a damage cap. So Team Rocket's Honchkrow doesn't have a damage cap, whereas Team Rocket's Mewtwo does, and that's really not cool. All right, so we go Fez down, Houndstor, probably just the, I guess, Brave Bangle. Doesn't really matter. Because we are 2 Premium Power Pro away from just knocking out their Mega Absol and making them hate life. So this is why I think the Lucario build is the right version. Oh, this is great. We still need a couple things, but this is great. Okay, so Fez first. Because I really don't want to hit into this without taking a knockout. All right, so Solrock down. Please, just 1 Premium Power Pro. That's all I'm asking for. There should be 3 in the deck. There's 2. I have thinned the deck as much as humanly possible, and even otherworldly possible, just 1 Premium Power Pro. Thank you. See, I'm literally the greatest Mega Lucario Medicham player in the world. Look at that. They can't even win the game. See, this is why I like this, is because you can choose. You can choose, oh, do I want to be a Medicham deck where I can knock out Pecharunt and Fezandipity and Kangaskhan and Mega Lopunny and, you know, you can knock out Latias EX if you want. Or do I want to bring in the Big Daddy and knock out a Mega Absol? Because right now, they have no response. I took their breath away. They're speechless. I'm the only Mega Lucario Medicham player in the world. What have I discovered? Something amazing. See, look at this. You know, you all called me crazy when I said that this deck is good. They have 2 fighting weak Pokemon. I can knock out both of these for a single energy. And FM Boss, Lillie's Clefairy was absolutely created as a response to Dragapult because Dragon Pokemon don't have a weakness, so they need to give us a Pokemon that has a weakness. But yeah, if you don't recall what Team Rocket's Honchkrow does, I will put it on screen, or you can just watch my video where I actually didn't do that well. Because the deck isn't going to get good until post-rotation when Iono's gone, because getting Iono to 2 or 3 or 1 is really bad. So once Iono's gone, this card becomes insane. And I'm not sure why they haven't conceded. They do know that Pecharunt is weak to fighting, and it's only doing like 180 damage. So they're doing 180, but I can just Aura Jab for KO. I mean, I'm not going to, because I'd like to take the knockout with Medicham. Actually, I don't even know if I can. I don't even know if I can take the knockout with Medicham at this point. But I'm going to try. For all of you, because I care about all of you, I'm going to try. All right, so if I... Oh, God. Okay, so we... trying to do math here. It's difficult. So I don't have a guaranteed anything, but I have to play one of my supporters. I guess Lillie's makes the most sense. If I have to play a supporter, Lillie's makes the most sense. Okay. We currently don't have it. I have to get, I think, 1 playable card. That's 2 playable cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fighting Gong, fail it. Or actually, yeah, fail it. And then Premium Power Pro, which I don't actually want to use right now, but I'm doing this for all of you. I'm doing this for all the people who believed in me that, oh man, oh wait, is that 6? Oh no. I can't. Oh no. I thought that said 3. I thought that said 3 fighting energy. How come nobody stopped me? I thought there was a 3 because my microphone is in front of the monitor. I thought that said 3. Yes, Judge is our Iono replacement. So Judge will have to be in perfect order. We actually don't know for sure if Judge is going to be in perfect order, but if it's not, then something is really going wrong at TPCI. Oh yeah, yes, yeah, exactly. I was doing it for the memes. I was doing it for the 6-7 memes, obviously. And because I wanted to show them that I'm cool like that. I know Judge was not reprinted in Ascended Heroes. It will have to be in perfect order. And we don't know the perfect order set list quite yet, but that's where it's going to have to be. But yeah, the crazy thing is we don't know for sure that it's coming out. It should, because we'd have to line up with Japan. Like, we definitely have to line up with Japan here, because they can't give us a situation where we didn't have, the Psyduck for Worlds, where we didn't have, the thing we needed for Worlds. It'd be crazy if we didn't get Judge in Ascended Heroes. That would be absolutely insane. Did I not get the thing? Did I not get the Medicham? I just want the knockout. No, bro, I just want the knockout, bro. Do not deny me this. Actually, I don't think we're going to be able to play enough cards to get it. Are you kidding me? How is this the world we're living in right now, where I wasn't able to get it? All right, you know what? I'm powering up my Pheasantipity, even though it means nothing. Even though it means nothing, I'm powering up the Pheasantipity. All right, the counter catcher's useless, but we got this. I will not lose this game because I can't count. But yeah, Judge was not in Ascended Heroes. I think there's like 6 cards that we have space for in Ascended or in perfect order. And it'll be like the reprints that I talked about in one of those videos. It's like Judge, Catcher, Energy Switch, Crushing Hammer, and I think Energy Search. So it's just really bad cards. But yeah, we have no actual confirmation that Judge is going to be in perfect order, but if we don't get it, that's going to be probably the craziest thing ever. Because then it'll be Harlequin or Lucian, but I mean, the odds of us not getting Judge is very low. But just remember, you're never going to be Iono'd to 1 ever again. Isn't that crazy? You're never going to have to worry about, oh man, I got Iono'd to 1. It's going to be, I got Judge to 4, and then I got everything I needed even easier. All right, so we got this. Well, remember that Ascended Heroes was kind of weird. Okay, so here's Poké Pad. This is, oh no, we have the knockout with Lucario, but I refuse. I refuse. We're winning with Medicham, or we're not winning at all, okay? And I'm even going to put the Legacy Energy on the Medicham to idiot-proof myself. Okay, so we go Lucario. I'm going to put the Shaymin down. Okay, we're going to do perfect math here, everybody. Get ready for the best math you've ever seen, okay? The greatest. I'm going to check every single time. Every single time I play a card, I'm checking. And it's going to be, I think that's 7. Boom. Look at that. This is I am the greatest Mega Lucario Medicham player in the entire world. See, the only reason I did that, oopsie, was for the 6-7 meme, and because I wanted to make the game a little bit more interesting. Because the game there would have been no stress. I would have cruising USA to a victory. But see, this way, I made it much more interesting, and you don't rely on Mega Lucario. In the Mega Lucario Lunatone Solrock deck, you rely on the Lucario. Here, you're just like, oh, Lucario's good if I need it. But if I don't need it, and also, YouTube audience, if you're checking out the list, I didn't use the Blood Moon Ursaluna, the baby one, once this entire stream for 3 hours. So you can cut it. But it's good if you hit into like a Mega for 70 with Solrock, and then you need to clean it up later. But yeah, I never used it once.